Hi everyone, today I am doing an empties video, which I love doing because I also love watching. It's a great way to get reviews. But it's an empties video with a slight difference because, as you may know if you've been watching my videos, everything I upload in January is all about budget beauty. So everything in my empties is a budget product. So something that's not too expensive to buy or repurchase. If I want to repurchase it again, or if you want to purchase it based on my recommendation. I still have my little white box of empties, which was an upgrade from the carrier bag I used to keep things in. And I'm going to start with this. Now I think it's already obvious whether or not I like this because I've got two empties of it in the same box. This is one of those products with a really long name. So it's by Fudge and it's called the Urban Soft Touch Anti-Frizz Iced Raspberry and Vanilla Hairspray Stronghold. So multiple reasons why I love this. Most of the times I've been to purchase it, it's been on offer. So I think it's about £8 normally, but I've normally got it for under a £5. It does what it says in terms of anti-frizz. I mean, you may notice that my hair remains a little bit frizzy, especially around the top most of the time. But as far as a hairspray goes, this is the best anti-frizz hairspray I have tried myself. Strong hold is true, it does have a really nice hold, but it doesn't give you too much of a crispy finish. And a cherry on the cake is the scent. I mean, most hairsprays are that horrible, really, I don't even know what the scent is, how to describe it, but it chokes you and it smells disgusting. But this iced raspberry and vanilla, it actually does smell like that, so it's a really nice sweet smell. So an extra added bonus, so definitely would repurchase this. Obviously I've already done so because I've got two. I don't happen to have purchased another one because I did get a hairspray in my Christmas stocking from my husband, which was slightly different, but I would definitely buy this again. Sticking on the theme of things that I love, this is the L'Oreal Micellar Water. I'm sure everybody knows about this by now. I do still love it, it's still my favourite micellar water. It's the one that I buy and I rebuy. I've got 3 bottles of it in my cupboard on standby, and I reviewed this alongside some of the other more popular micellar waters in a video before, and my opinion hasn't really changed on it. The only thing I didn't talk about in that video, which is slightly irritating, is that the dispenser is a little bit messy, but I find if you open it, put the cotton pad on and tip it, then that saves you from wasting any product. But good points, same as I said before, gets everything off, really good for sensitive skin, not too dry in, and just the perfect quick way to remove your makeup without causing any irritation. I always seem to have a dry shampoo in my empties video, and today is no exception. This is the Tresemme Instant Refresh dry shampoo. This is the translucent formula, and I talked about this in my last video as a dry shampoo that I really wanted to try because I'd heard amazing things about it, and I did like it. It works as a dry shampoo. It is translucent, so it's better than the Batiste ones, which a lot of people love, but I just don't get on with because I find they leave a really thick residue in my hair. But I would say that I prefer the Dove one. The Dove one is one that I'd used up before I bought this, and if I'm going to repurchase some dry shampoo, I will probably just repurchase the Dove one. I'm trying out another one at the moment, which is the Herbal Essences one, but I'm not getting on with that too well, to be honest. So yeah, I do love this. If it was on offer and a lot cheaper than everything else, I'd go for this one. But generally speaking, I do prefer the Dove one. I just find it has a nicer scent. It leaves my hair feeling a lot softer and not quite as gritty. Let's do makeup next. I have 4 mascaras here, so I'll try and run through them really quickly. I've either used these up completely, or it's got to that time where you think, I really should not be using this on my eyes anymore, I've had it for far too long. So they're either empty or I'm throwing them away because they've dried up or expired. So the first one is Revlon Photo Ready 3D Volume. Love this one. Gives you volume, but it also gives you length. Very, very buildable, but if you just put one quick coat on, say you're in a rush before work, it still looks really, really good. Doesn't smudge very much, and I'm just really, really, really impressed with this one. I think that's normally about £10.99, but as always I got it on some sort of offer 3 for 2. Maybelline Rocket Volume Waterproof Mascara, a much hyped about and loved mascara in the blogging and vlogging world. I love it too. It took me a while to get used to it. What I found with this one is that one coat, it doesn't really do much for your lashes. But if you've got the time and the patience to build it up, you can put 3 or 4 coats of this on. It looks amazing, it stays there all day, it holds a curl because it's waterproof, and it does stand up to the waterproof claims as well. So yeah, this is one that I also love and I would buy again. The trouble with mascaras is there are so many really, really good ones out there that I haven't really got a specific holy grail mascara. There's lots of them that I like, so I just tend to buy the one that's on offer when I need a mascara. Another one that I loved, the L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes Excess. I actually talked about this in a favourites video one month. I can't remember which month it was, but I didn't fall out of love with this. I still really like it. It's again similar to the Rocket Volume in terms of long lasting, plenty of volume, plenty of length, but I don't find you need to use as many layers, but obviously it's not waterproof, so whether or not you prefer this one over the Rocket Volume one is dependent on whether you want a waterproof mascara or not, I would say. And finally, one that I wasn't so impressed with, this is the Max Factor XS Volume Mascara. It's one of these ones that comes with two different sides. One is meant to be to give you extra volume with like a plasticky brush, and one is to give you the more of the dark dramatic colour, which is sort of the classic mascara brushes that you get. I actually did a review on this quite a while ago now, so that shows you how old it is, and I think I only used it 1 or 2 more times since posting that review because I just didn't get on with it. I found that it's really prone to smudging when you're applying, so it always made a mess when I put it on. I found that I didn't like the look of the two different layers together. I preferred it just with the first step, so what's the point in spending money on a mascara where you're only using half of it? But even without that, the smudging was just a deal breaker for me, and for a drugstore mascara this is on the more expensive end of the scale. I think it's about £12 unless you buy it on offer, so this wasn't one that I really enjoyed. It's a bit heartbreaking that you're wasting it by throwing it away and not using it all, but you win and you lose sometimes with mascaras. More makeup, but this is a brow product now, and this is the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara, so another mascara but not for your eyelashes, and I had this in the colour dark brown. I bought this a long time ago, and again it's probably got a little bit of product in, but I felt that I've had it far too long for me to carry on using it, and I don't really love it anyway, so what's the point in me keeping it? The thing about this is it has a really funny shaped brush. It's sort of round and very thick, so I would say if you've got the kind of brows where they're already nice and thick, they don't really need any filling in or any shaping, all you need to do is set them in place and make sure that they don't stick up all over your face, then this might be the kind of thing that you would like to use. But if, like me, your brows are the victim of years of over plucking, or you have naturally very thin brows, I don't think this is really suitable because it just gets everywhere when you try and use it because of the shape and size of the brush, and the colour of it isn't good enough, and the product of it isn't good enough to use it alone without using a powder or something else to fill in your brows if you need to fill them in. So yeah, it's really inexpensive. I think it's only a few pounds, but I think it's only going to be suitable for people with that need just a little bit of taming to their brows and nothing else. Hand creams. There's always going to be a hand cream in my empties because I go through them such a lot. This is the Vaseline Healthy Hands and Stronger Nails hand cream. It promises to strengthen nails by 50%. However, my nails are always painted, so whether or not it would still work when your nails are painted all the time, I don't know. This was just an average hand cream for me. I've got a few Holy Grail hand creams that I love and that I prefer to use, but they tend to be on the more expensive end of the scale. So if I don't have enough money to repurchase those ones, I end up buying sort of ones like this as a filler hand cream basically until I can buy my favourite one. It does the job. It's not a very thick formula, it's quite a watery formula. The scent's nice and inoffensive, it's just sort of a really basic scent that smells like a clean scent. There's nothing too sort of overpowering in the scent. But I found that you have to reapply this much more than a lot of the other hand creams that I love, so it's not quite as moisturising for my skin type. Eye cream, Botanics, the Power of Plants Hydrating Eye Cream Radiant Youth with Protective Ginkgo. It's an eye cream from Boots Botanics. I found it okay. I have since found an eye cream that I love and I will continue to use until I find something better, and it's the Bobbi Brown one. I've done a review on it already. This one I just didn't find it did much. It's probably better for, well, I was going to say it's probably better for someone that doesn't have any ageing or signs of ageing, but this is meant to be an anti-aging one. So it was nice and moisturising, but I found the formula a little bit too thin and watery. I do get really irritated by eye creams that come in this packaging. I know it's more hygienic to have it in a tube rather than a pot, but your hands are bound to be clean when you're using it because you're washing your face, so you should have clean hands, and you waste product because when you get to the end you really have to squeeze it out. It's hard to get the last bit out, it ends up shooting out all over the place. I do like a lot of Boots own brand products, but this wasn't one of my favourites. In fact, I wouldn't buy that one again. Talking of Boots, this is the Boots own Extracts range, Fruity Strawberry Body Wash. I actually got this for Christmas in a little gift set and used it up quite quickly because I really liked it. I'm not a fan of the Body Shop products in general, the body butters and the shower gels. I know that's not a very popular opinion, but I'm quite sensitive to something that they seem to use in them, so I always tend to break out in a reaction when I've tried them, and I do find that they're quite overpriced. I know you can often get voucher codes for 40% off, in which case I think it is a really good value brand, but otherwise I do find them a little bit pricey and they keep seeming to creep their prices up. Anyway, I'm getting off the track. So my point is, if you like strongly scented, fruity fragrances in your body washes or shower gels, but you don't want to pay Body Shop prices, or for some other reason you don't want to use Body Shop, then I think these are really good alternatives. So I would recommend those if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. So, empty box of empties, if that makes any sense. So I've finished talking about everything in the box. I hope you found the reviews helpful. I hope I haven't babbled on too much, because I do try and keep them nice and short, but usually I have quite a lot of stuff I want to say about things, so I don't want to miss anything out. If you fancy subscribing and pressing the thumbs up button, then please do. I still have one more budget beauty video to go up next week, so don't forget to come back for that, and I'll see you next time. Bye!